Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK, and we are back live again here on YouTube. And Cheeky Monkey,
hello everyone,
is behind me. How are we doing? And it is a UK heat wave. I am sweating more than a 38-year-old male probably has ever sweated. How are you doing, dear?
That's a bit hot. I don't like the heat.
It's a little bit hot. Let us know if you can hear Cheeky Monkey. She might have to talk a little bit louder. She is not close to the microphone, and I am overly sweaty. So the first thing you may have noticed about this live stream is that was not my usual introduction. So setting this up a few minutes ago, I got into StreamYard, and they've clearly changed all the plans and my videos, my intro videos, the videos I'd usually play throughout the live stream. Well, I'm not allowed to use them anymore. They've said no. Computer has said no. We are not allowed to use the videos unless we upgrade for about £40 a month. So we're not doing that. We're not doing live streams all the time. So currently we are videoless. So you had that rather weird 30-second countdown on the loop because that's the only video they will allow me to play because they provided it. So it's gone really well on this very hot and sweaty afternoon. I literally finished work. And, well, I was still working when the G.I. Joe live stream happened. By the way, this is a G.I. Joe Haslab reaction live stream.
Joe!
Well, she's given that away for free, isn't she? So there with Cheeky Monkey, we could have super chats for the Yo Joe.
You want it again? You have to put your super chats in.
It's too hot. It is far too hot. We've got no air conditioning in here. We've got no fan on. The window is barely open. The door is shut. So we are just two hot, drippy humans. Now, hopefully, I can still get the comments up on the screen as we go through. And yes, StreamYard have really bugged me. So do say hello if you are in the live chat. I can see 20 of you have already joined us.
Monkeys in the chat.
Get your monkeys in there as well. Drop your monkeys. Channel members, you've got emojis as well for Cheeky Monkey. You can cheer her up while she is there.
Cheer me up.
And hopefully I'll come and say hello to you in a second, as we are literally here today to talk about the G.I. Joe classified Haslab that is based, ironically, on the theme of snow. Now,
it's a bit cold outside.
Correct me if I'm wrong, dear, but it is the 30th of June today. It's 32 degrees in the UK, so it's probably mid-90s to our American audience in Fahrenheit. And they're launching a product based on snow.
I believe so.
Now, I don't think that's the best marketing in the world to base a product based on snow in the middle of a blooming summer and the heat wave. But they're not the only ones. Oh, no. Join me later this week as I will have coverage of Mythic Legions on the channel because they'll be dropping a new wave, I think, Wednesday night into Thursday in the UK. So I will see what they're about. But they're also based, by the looks of it, on snow. So I don't quite know what's happening in the world of action figures. But apparently, snow is the theme for the month of June. So a little bit unusual. But yes, we are very, very sweaty here. So let's come and say hello to the live chat. If I can get this to work. Let's find out, can we get this to work? Let's have a look. Yes, we can. We can get some names on the screen. At least we can still have some features. StreamYard, you bastards. So Tac Toys started off with Yo Joe, J and Kiara. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
How are you doing? So Mark is with us. I wonder if he will be in on the Haslab. There is a poll in the chat. I suppose I should say that as well. Simply asking, will you be backing the Haslab? And I kept it simple. Yes or no. So you may not all be G.I. Joe fans. You might just be watching it because it's some action figure content. You may think it's too big. You may think it's too expensive. So you might be a no. You might be a yes. But I kept it simple. I thought I could have put lots of options in there, but no, it's a bit too hot to go crazy. So I've kept it simple. Yes or no. Let us know in that. Who is asked with us? We got our first channel member with us, so he is highlighted in green in the chat. Just Justin Collect. How are you doing, Justin? He is dropping the Todd McFarlane emojis, but of course, StreamYard will not allow me to show them on the screen. So you get all your monkeys there, and all your monkeys. Mikey Moonboots is in there with the channel member emojis as well, with the cheeky monkey. So hello to Mikey. How are you doing? I think you've been out in the sun as well on a bit of holiday, I do believe. It's like a holiday near.
Should we have a holiday? That'd be good.
It's been hot for an old day,
Yeah,
dear.
well,
I could do with some snow, to be honest.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's here. The Black Turt is with us. Just flip on the AC. Yes.
Yeah, we'll just flip it on.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. We do have a portable air conditioner.
Yeah.
A portable air conditioner in the bedroom.
Just one room in the house.
But I don't know. That to be the OnlyFans version of this stream if we stream from the actual bedroom rather than from the office. Madison Kingswood is here. Our channel member is with us. Thank you to all the channel members as well. Drop in those cheeky monkey emojis. If you would like to join the channel membership, I would usually pay you a nice video. But apparently I can't play it on the live stream. So there is a join button down there. It'd be much appreciated if you could join the channel membership. We've got hashtag flip open the flap, or we've got the wedding fund for the behind the scene videos and helping Cheeky Monkey with the wedding. That's been engaged for a while now, dear.
It's been an expensive few months.
It's been an expensive few months, and that is why there is a one super chat goal in there, and we've called the super chat goal tonight. If we can get one super chat at least, we're not keeping the streak going because it isn't this week in toys. But Cheeky Monkey, she's broke her car, ladies and gentlemen. She has broken her vehicle. She could do.
My fault, though. She could sound like it was my fault.
She could do with a SnowCat, but we have the Cheeky Monkey clutch fund. The clutch has gone in the car. She can't drive. She's having to use my car, and I think we've got a very expensive bill coming on our hands after the boiler's gone as well recently. So it's not gone too well for the toy fund. Even this idiot has had to make some cancellations to pay the toy bill. So am I in the best position to be back in a Haslab?
No.
Probably not, no. So we will get into that. That will be a question answer day. Will I be backing it? I don't know yet. I haven't actually made my mind up.
Please.
So we will see. So yes, super chats are very welcome if you'd like to drop that, or channel memberships, again, appreciated. So that is the housekeeping. 30 of you with us in this lack of AC. We are dripping. And let's hope StreamYard lets me do a screen share, or this is going to be the shortest live stream in history.
We just have to describe
We're going to have to describe it. So will it let me do a screen share? Let's hope it does. Here we go. We're going to try that. The screen share. Yes, we can do a screen share. We can do a screen share. So we can't have no graphics. We can have no overlays. We can have no videos.
We're getting full basics here.
We are literally back to basics. Two sweaty humans. But the first thing you can see here is Mr. Ryan Ting. Now, this is the first time I've done a YouTube video since Ryan announced a few days ago upon his Instagram channel that he has been let go by Hasbro as his position was sadly eliminated in one of their many annual rounds of job cuts, it seems. So I would just like to send my best wishes to Ryan out there, having met him in person a couple of years ago and had the pleasure of sitting down interviewing him. He was absolutely top bloke, really, really nice person, did a lot behind the scenes, I think, for the toy community as well, and keeping us in our action figures and getting us the action figures we wanted. So I think he'll be sadly missed on those Marvel Legends streams. I didn't really see a bad word about Ryan said in the Instagram comments. You had everybody commenting there, all the action figure YouTubers, everybody that's just a toy collector sending their well wishes. Unfortunately, it's Hasbro being Hasbro that I think Ryan has accepted as well through that. I think he one of those jobs that are no longer required, unfortunately. So that does really suck for Ryan. So I would just like to send my best out there to Ryan, and hopefully, if he wants to stay in the toy industry, Mattel would be stupid not to hire him. They have a DC line coming next year, and I couldn't think of a better person to run a DC line than Ryan Ting. Todd McFarlane, you could also employ him as well. So, yeah, I'd just like to say sorry to hear about Ryan Ting. I'm sure everybody in the chat would echo those sentiments as well. And hopefully he's not out of work too long. Anything to add, Cheeky Monkey?
No, he's a nice guy, wouldn't he? He's, it's going to be miss seeing him on the telly, because we used to put him on the telly, didn't we, to do all the Marvel stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be weird not seeing him with the team now. But, yeah, best of luck with whatever you do next. But, yeah, sad.
Yeah, it does. It does set the reality of Hasbro in the toy industry. I think it does say working for the large corporations. And, well, we're going from that to the very large corporation then, because, as you said, they just keep rolling. The juggernaut literally doesn't stop. And, well, we are here to talk G.I. Joe, and we're here to talk the Haslab. So let's go back over to the screen share. So here it is. As I said, this started at 4 o'clock in the UK. I was still in the office, so I tried to catch a bit of it as I walked to the car. And my first impression, the first thing I saw was the price. And I thought, whoa, that's a bit expensive for a combat all-terrain vehicle, or the SnowCat as they're calling it. But then when I actually got back to watch the stream, I then saw the size of the vehicle. And it is absolutely massive. So my kind of opinion on the price changed when I saw how big this was. And I'm surprised I'm going to be saying this. This is bigger than the Hiss tank.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, it is.
I know. I just think I'm just thinking of the box that's going to come.
It's bigger than the Hiss tank. So that is my first takeaway from this. So at the moment, my G.I. Joe display is behind my head. It's up there somewhere. So the top shelf and a couple of shelves below. Those are double deep IKEA Kallax units in white. And look at the Hiss tank. Looking at the Hiss tank just now, it's like taking up a good bit of a good quarter of that display. So this is going to take up more than a quarter of the double deep shelf display if this is one I go for. So the size, is it too big? Is my first question. Is it too Cheeky Monkey? Yes.
Yes, too big.
Too big. Cheeky
Got no room for it.
She doesn't like them too big. That's what I've taken from that conversation. And yes, it is very, very large. And I think that is why the price is where it is. So please, as we are going along, leave all your thoughts in the live chat. And we'll get them up on the screen and have a chat about it. And here we go then. Right, $324.99 for the SnowCat. So it's pretty much, I think it was a given we were going to get the SnowCat from the rumours we've had over the last couple of months and the fact they were given those chilly and snowy clues when they were announcing it. So a bit of the worst kept secret kind of thing when it comes to actually showing the SnowCat. So I was getting prepared and I thought to myself, do I need a snow-based vehicle?
No.
Yes, Cheeky Monkey's going to be no on everything here. I don't think he's going to add much to this conversation as we go through the debate of actually whether I should be purchasing this or not. But please, in the chat, are you getting it? You're not getting it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Tell me, and we will, as I say, talk about it. So, do I need a snow section? So I haven't got a load. There's not a load of snow figures. So that was my initial reaction to when I thought it's going to be the SnowCat. Because we've got one of the bats, and we've got a snow bat, we've got a snow job, and we've got I think do 30 idea snow job.
Snow job, yeah. I know.
It's a guy with sneeze.
You got a bubble thingy.
Yeah, there's no snowy trouble bubble though, dear.
No,
we got and we've got what else have we got? We got one of the Cobra Troopers. We've got a Cobra Trooper when it comes to snow figures. So we've got about three. We got about 3 snow figures. So they're going to have to give us some snow figures to go with this, which they have done. But they've given us all Joes. I thought they might have slipped in a bit of Cobra here, just so that this big thing is going to have something to fight. Because again, I'm now thinking, well, what's this going to fight? We've got some Cobra, cut the Cobra Troopers in the snow, but not much else. They're going to have to give us more to actually with this to fight. So I don't know. So I'm still on the fence. So that's my initial thoughts on the fence. But let's go through the details and let's see what we've got then. So we are live now. It's 6:20 here in the UK. So this has been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And as we look, I've literally just refreshed. I did the screen share. We're just about to hit 3,000 backers by the looks of it. So there we go. There's a live refresh there. We got 3,000 backers in 9 backers time. So give this about 2 minutes. We're going to hit 3,000 backers of the 8,000 backers needed within, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it's absolutely taken off like a rocket. Some of these G.I. Joe, I thought people may be on the fence, kind of like I was, like, do we need a snow vehicle? But clearly people need a snow vehicle. And thank you very much, Mikey Moonboots in there with the $9.99 super chat, and he has achieved the goal of the Cheeky Monkey clutch donation.
I think it's going to cost more than that.
But thank you very much, Mikey. That is very kind indeed. No message you have left there with it, but thank you very much for the $9.99. Now, we would usually give you a thank you for the super chat video.
Thank you for the super chat.
So we're going to have to say it in our tones. Well, what we got? We've got a figure here. We'll have to. I don't know what to do. I'll show Mikey my thing. Right, let's get this back. We'll have to do this. This is going to have to be. This has been on my desk for ages. So we will do it. We'll do it live here. We have to go very old school. Thank you for the super chat. There you are. So the thing is there. That's what we're going to have now. We're going to have to.
That's it.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to try and master Streamlabs. Now, Mr. Who has shown me a bit of the Streamlabs before. It's a little bit complicated, but I might be able to get videos and graphics in there. But at least I can still get the super chat up on the screen there. So thank you very much to Mikey Moonboots there. Cheeky Monkey is one step closer to being back on the road in potentially a SnowCat vehicle. So back we go then to the screen share. So we're surely going to hit 3,000 if I refresh now. There we go. 23 backers since we about 2 minutes ago. So there we are. We have hit 3,000 backers in 2 hours. And I'm literally sweating it out of the breath. It's so hot. I cannot.
You, but I haven't got a fan.
Give me some fans. A natural fan there, dear. It's so hot. I cannot tell you how. Well, where are you going, dear? We're not on OnlyFans. You can't find me with a work assessments, dear. I don't think we should be showing that on camera. You can sit there quietly. Shocking behaviour for Cheeky Monkey as ever. And Mikey is dropping those monkeys in the chat as well. You monkey. You are there. But again, StreamYard, being StreamYard, only gives me a monkey and a smile. So
monkey and a smile.
This is going very fast. This is going a lot faster than I honestly thought this would.
How many do I need to back it?
Well, we haven't even got that far yet as we break it down. So we need 8,000 backers. Well, we need. I don't work for Hasbro, so we need. I've suddenly become on the payroll, dear. So Hasbro need 8. It's my job interview. Yo, Joe. Here we are. So they need 8,000 backers at Hasbro to get this back. They've had nearly half of them in a couple of hours. So I'm sure there'll be at least they'll be in. Yeah, they are. This is absolutely flying off the shelves, like it sometimes does for the GI Joe. So 8,000 backers by when is it? The 15th of August, by the looks of it here.
Oh, it's a little while then.
Yeah, so you got what 45 days, 10 hours, 35 minutes, and 56 seconds. So is it going to hit the minimum threshold? Yeah, I don't think it's going to have any problem at all. Then is it really? So that's going to take that question out of it. It's definitely going to hit that. But what else are they going to give you? So it is, as we said, a massive SnowCat. You've got your driver Frostbite, which we've not even covered yet. This live stream tended an absolute fast. Is it called what?
Is it called Frostbite?
It's called Frostbite, dear. No, is it? Yes, there was a. Well, you could have probably picked that name when you.
I could have done.
Yeah. So Frostbite is with the SnowCat, and you got your big old SnowCat. But if we scroll down, I'm sure they'll tell us a little bit more. So yeah, there we go. So tier number 1 then at 10,000 backers. So they're all at 2,000 increments, which is pretty good for Hasbro. Some we've tried, haven't they, with 3,000 and 4,000 increments between the actual jump. So I think 2,000 is more fair. So I'm quite happy with the 2,000 jump. But what we're going to get at the first tier at 10,000, you're going to get Lady J in an Arctic gear based pretty much on the Sunbow cartoon. So as a fan of the cartoon, the fact that the figures are going to be wearing, on the unlocks at least, cartoon outfits, that's kind of cool for me. So I like that. Tier number 2, 12,000. It is the Bivouac Battle Station.
A bit of what?
A bivouac.
What's that mean?
It's a tent.
Oh, it's a tent.
You're going to get a bit of a diorama. We'll cover it closer as we scroll down. You're going to get a bit of a diorama. So you can get the Bivouac Battle Station.
Sounds like a bit of a whack.
Yeah, a bit of a whack. There we are. A bit of a whack from Cheeky Monkey. A bit of a whack. You can get that as a t-shirt.
Yeah.
A bit of a whack at 12,000, and then 14,000. We've got Flint in Arctic gear. So kind of go to the Lady J. Flint in his Arctic gear from the Sunbow cartoon pretty much as well. So 3 figures with this, 3 figures and a playset for $324.99. And this vehicle is bigger than the Hiss tank. So my initial, literally, I saw the price and nothing else. Haven't seen the size of it. I'm thinking $324.99 now isn't too bad. It's in line with previous Haslabs when it comes to the Hiss tank. So we've not suddenly jumped to the £400 price point that they could have done with all the tariff things that are going on. So actually, let me know again in the comments. Anybody mad at the price? Anybody really happy with the price? I think the price for what you get is fair, especially if you get the unlocks. Now, of course, with every Haslab, they seem to bake in. They give you the 8,000, but really, I think this is priced at the 14,000 mark because that's the price with everything. But they're just going to give you less if it funds less. So they do like to bake in those prices, I think, within the actual Haslab. But if you think of a figure is what 25, to take 3 figures off that gets you to 250. And their previous play set was nearly 50 quid. But take another 25 off your bivouac, then take 100 off that, 225 a vehicle of that size if it comes with everything, which on current pace it will come with everything. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad. I don't think we can be too bad with the price point on that one. Well, your boy's got toys. How are we doing? What's up? Hello. Never been happier to not collect Joes, because yes, your boy's got toys, not a Joe collector, so we'll be saving at least $324.99 as well. Oh dear, Lorenz is blowing on the screen for us, trying to cool us down. If you could send some air, send air. Now G.I. Joe is supposed to be land, sea, and air, and we could do with some air in this room. There was 22 minutes in, and with some sweaty.
How long is this stream going to be?
Well, we've barely covered nothing, love. So another hour at least. This pace. There was Cheeky Monkey's having the time of her life here. The time of her life. Who else doesn't get their missus involved in a live? We try to swap seats.
No, I'm good.
Maybe you could take over.
No.
You watched a bit of the live stream.
I watched a bit. She gets a coffee cup.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, there was Lady J comes with a coffee cup, and Cheeky Monkey was very excited about the coffee cup. So we haven't got halfway down the Hasbro website yet, alone anything else. So the actual vehicle itself, it is massive. There is somewhere with the slasher sizes. So 21 inches of length. Could you handle 21 inches?
I asked you to open the window, but it's already open.
Yes, the window is open, dear. Yes, that is an open window I'm looking at. See, I haven't blocked this window.
God.
It could be in the toy room. It could be worse. It is, as I say, it's a heat wave. Are you not enjoying it?
No, I'm not.
A nice cold bath out of this one.
Answer?
21 inches. What have you got to say about it?
What are we looking at?
We're looking at a SnowCat, dear. The vehicle we've been talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. 21 inches. Yeah, that's how she likes it. Right. It's also 10 inches of height and 10 inches of width. So 21 inches converted to centimeters is 53. So it's over half a meter long if you go by our British measurements. So it is really big. They did show a comparison. We'll get to some of those images later with the His Tank. So they've definitely scaled this up, it seems to me. I know there's been talk previously, but I'm sure they've been quoted as saying that SnowCat wouldn't need to be a Haslab because it wasn't like the size of a Haslab. But clearly it is a Haslab, and it's definitely much bigger. So I think they've definitely upscaled this to fit in, but it's going to take a lot of space. It's going to take a lot of space in your display. So there is your sizing. It lights up. You've got your light up cockpit. You've got your opening cockpit to get two figures in, so you can fit two figures in. You've got, as I described it, a manual windscreen wiper. Manual, yeah. As in, you've got to move it with your hand because there's no electronics to move it. So you can move that. That's manual.
It's a manual windscreen. Imagine that in real life.
There you go. On your real cars. I get out. Sorry, dear, it's snowing. I just get out and manually move my windscreen. So we haven't got any moving motor or anything in that. So we've got a manual one of them. We do have a full set of lights though. So light up cockpit, and the lights on the His Tank are really pretty good. So yeah, I like the light up features. So light up features. There's Frostbite. Cheeky Monkey could have named him. So you got
his little hat.
He's got a little thermos there.
A little bobble hat.
He's got a little. I don't think it's quite a bobble hat. It's one of those Russian folded sidey hat things, isn't it? So Frostbite, your driver there for that. We've got the missile launcher turret on the back with.
Does it actually fire?
No, dear, they're not going to fire. You're not going to get any firing features in this.
£300 and they don't fire.
Disgusted she is. Disgusted.
There's not like a little lever you can press. And go, ping, ping.
No, there's no play features on this. In the chat, would you like play features? I with Cheeky Monkey. Would you like your missiles to fire?
Well, I would for £300.
And then there's the side missiles. They kept calling them. I don't. Well, they're the torpedoes at the side, but they kept using the torp bit kept coming out in the way they were saying this on the live stream. So these were described as pedos. Now I'm not quite sure if the American Haslab people that were doing the presentation quite know what that word would mean in the UK. So I'm not going to call these pedos. These are torpedoes, and we will stick with that before YouTube demonetized me and throws me off the air. So that was very weird to listen to, or the description of the side torpedoes. And they're on skis. So these torpedoes are on a pair of skis, so they can ski off. They can ski off in the snow. So ski torpedoes, we're going to call them here at Jay's Toy Collection UK. And like Hasbro with their very strange wording when it came to that. So you can take the missile and torpedoes out, and then you can have some space to sit your figures in. And you can also, there's some flaps, so you can put some accessories. storage, what you ever want. There's a little cooker on the side, I think. There you go, the ice flap. So there's a nice.
Oh yeah,
you can do
ice cold drinks.
Yeah, ice cold drinks, a bit of cookery on the side. Now it might be taking the piss with the cookery stuff, but quite like some of the cookery accessories that are on the unlockable tiers that we'll get to with the sausages, the fish, and the fried eggs.
You get a fish, didn't you?
We'll get to those, yes. So I do like the bit of sort of world building they're trying to do. You will get a sticker sheet to recreate the actual.
Like snow.
Yeah, to recreate the actual snow on the SnowCat vehicle as well. And there is all the backer tiers that we've gone through. So that is what you'd get if everything was unlocked. There's your bivouac tent in the corner. Comes a little fire pit. You've got your Frostbite. You've got your Flint, and you've got Lady J. So overall, I think it's a pretty decent offering. But I'm still coming back to that burning question. Do I want a snow display?
No.
I'm still not 100% sure. Now, I've backed every other Haslab when it comes to G.I. Joe. I've got the Hiss Tank, I've got the Dragonfly at the top there, and the Cobra Rattler should be shipping imminently. We've had the emails with regards to the Cobra Rattler, won't be too long. So this would be the first one I didn't back if I didn't do it. But, so I like the offering. I like it more than I thought I was going to. So that is my initial thoughts. But still, do I want something of that size and having to make a snow display? I'm liking the figures, though, because they're based on the cartoon, which I know some people potentially won't like if they're not fans of the cartoon. I am a fan of the cartoon, so I kind of like the unlockable tiers. I just wish there was Cobra Commander in his snow outfit. If you watch the video package they showed at the start, Cobra Commander is in his snow outfit. So I think he would have been a great unlockable tier. So hopefully he can be sold separately later, because I really would like Cobra. If Cobra Commander was in this snow outfit, I probably wouldn't have thought about it as much, to be honest, and would have been back in earlier, because I do want some of that Cobra. But this is a lot of G.I. Joe in the snow. Let's see what the chat is saying there. So let's have a look. Tac is having a chat. Maybe try and scroll up a bit there. Yes, Mark is confirmed they did initially say that it wouldn't need to be a Haslab, but clearly they've made it much bigger and upscaled it there. There was what's the boys got toys? $25 less than a Hell Charger, and it's funding this quick. Yeah, the G.I. Joe stuff, Alexi, does really absolutely go through the roof, usually with these Haslabs. G.I. Joe, so much of that original line is based on the vehicles that getting them in 6-inch scale is a lot of people's grail, so they are definitely going to fund better, I think, than the aforementioned Engine of Vengeance. It didn't go particularly well on the Marvel side of things. But again, this lights up and has a lot more sort of features and additional dioramas and stuff. You get the full unlockables here. Let's have a look. What's the Ren saying there? It doesn't have to be a full snow display. The vehicle could be HQ waiting to go out. Well, the Ren's is trying to sell me here, dear.
Please don't encourage him.
There you are.
He doesn't need any more
Cheeky
toys.
Monkey not impressed Lorenz there with the encouragement you were trying to show and the interaction. There was
I feel like we need to save some money.
We need to save money. We are saving money. We are not allowed to back it. That is our current stance from Cheeky Monkey. How is the poll saying? Oh, it's getting pretty close in the poll. We've had 23 votes in the poll. 43% say yes, they're backing it. 57% say no, so it's just edging to no. But that yes is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. As I say, not everybody watching this is probably a G.I. Joe fan like Alexia, just watching to show some support, which is much appreciated. But yeah, I don't know. That's quite a high percentage of G.I. Joe backers there. Where's my iceberg? Yeah, I agree. Where is my iceberg? We need some snow. Because I'm going to have to get the fake snow out otherwise.
Oh, no.
Tell them about the fake snow.
No, you had snow. What did you do with it? You got it everywhere.
I did the Mythic Legion snow display.
Oh my goodness me. That was awful. We're not having that again. That went everywhere.
Well,
I had to hoover it all up.
The chat is trying to help here. So this is why we're doing it live, not pre-recorded, so we can interact here and get some help. Because Alexi says I could just sell £300 worth of McFarlane stuff. So
yeah, we probably could, to be fair.
We could. So I can reach down and grab it. So there we go. Would anybody like Poison Ivy?
Right,
Do we have
some live auction going?
Live. This is about.
Buy it all, everyone. Buy it all.
I think she's about £100 figure now. So yeah, if I sell that, it'd actually be quite.
Oh, bargain! Right,
yeah.
sell it on.
Anybody for a Poison Ivy? Going once, going twice. Yeah, the McFarlane stuff is down. That's not a bad shout, is it? So
is it a sale file?
We can raise the funds, dear. We can raise the funds if we need the funds. We can raise the funds there. And the Wrens has sent his apologies Oh, cheeky monkey. There was it. He sent his apologies.
I wouldn't
to
mind
you.
if I didn't have so many bills to pay.
Oh, we already got an offer. Do you have that whole wave jet? Yes,
Right,
I
yes,
do.
we've
Let's
got
go.
them all. Get them out.
Reach
Come
down
on,
here.
dear.
Let's
Come on.
check them out. What can I
Let's
grab?
get them all out. Right, yeah.
Let's trash the display.
Send
We've
some
got
offers in, guys.
we've got Robin there. We've got a Mr. Freeze builder figure. I am actually generally thinking about sending these. So there's loads of McFarlane's under there. I'm going to keep the vehicles, I think, for McFarlane, but I think the figures could be going. So the chat's going now. People are flowing in here.
Yeah. We will sell.
We'll sell
whatever
it's turned
we
into a
need.
live auction. It's a McFarlane auction. How has this happened? We've got some new names in here as well. Hello to Mr. Magus. Hello.
Hello.
Why are Hasbro working so hard to get him divorced?
Yes.
Because not the only ones. See, we could have divorce filed over here right now as well. Mike X is here. He is torn. He is torn on this one because Mike is a former Arctic paratrooper, so right. This could be a pretty good display. Mike, you could get one of your custom Hasbro heads on one of these figures.
How big is the box this is going to come in?
Well, it's huge.
That's what I'm worried about.
You've seen we've done plenty of unboxing previously on the channel. Stay tuned.
That thing was big.
I know. Stay tuned because in a few weeks we'll have the Rattler hopefully, and we'll have another nice unboxing on the show. No, it was last year's pre-order.
They don't bring them out that often.
And hello to Blitz 0065 GI Snow.
GI Snow.
That's a GI Snow. There was. Yeah, he's using imagination files there as well. Danny's talking about some McFarlane. There was so he's in on that. And
get
the wedding
bids in, everyone. Get your
wedding funds getting put on hold for a GI. I am so hot, people.
Wedding funds on hold at the moment because everything else keeps going wrong.
StreamYard hates us. The car's broken. The boiler's broken.
There's no means of getting away.
We've just about got fluid. You want some water? You want any fluid?
I haven't got any fluid.
Would you like some
Didn't
fluid?
care about me, did you?
No fluid. I'll have my own fluid there. A top up on fluid as we're getting off track as we usually do. Right, let's head back to the screen share. So we still haven't got to the bottom of the Hasbro website.
Come on.
It's not even the Hasbro website. So there is Lady J then. Lady J in her Arctic gear. Cup of coffee. Yeah, it's in there. It's in the image.
What's it say on it?
It says J for Lady J. I'm assuming it says J for Lady J. I think it says JD. I can't zoom any further than that.
Oh, come on.
Well, it doesn't zoom in, does it? Well, there we go. There you go.
You can zoom in. You lied to me.
Yeah, but it won't move sideways.
Oh.
So that's helpful, isn't it? Thanks very much. We now ruined the screen share there. You've come in here. Absolutely shocking. Apologise again for Cheeky Monkey's erratic behaviour.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
It is unique when we do these lives when Cheeky Monkey is occasionally here. This is what happens. There's a bit of a whack.
A bit of a whack.
Bit of a whack. Thank you very much. There we are. That's a bit of a whack. So every time I'm going to see this, she's going to hit me. Have a bit of a whack. So there is your bit of a whack at 12,000. And there is, what is his name? Flint. There is Flint as well. So that's the rest of G.I. Joe on the site. So let's scroll back to the top then. Let's get a live update. And we'll go look at his tank because they've got some more images up on his tank. So 3,175. So this thing is going by hundreds and hundreds every 10 minutes. So definitely people are backing this one and they are backing early. 45 days to go. So if you've never had a Haslab before, as I become Hasbro's marketing campaign for the next few seconds, apparently, you don't get charged to the end. So I've done some of the Mattel crowdfunders and you get charged up front, but you don't with Hasbro. So we do have 45 days to find the funds for this one. We probably could fund them probably out of McFarlane Way, to be honest.
Come on then, let's get
Todd's going, apparently. Todd's off.
Todd in his house. That's
I don't know.
Me.
Do I need a snow vehicle? Let me know in the chat. Do I need a snow vehicle?
No, we're not having the snow. The snow will go everywhere.
Do I need a snow? I'm not. I don't know. I can't make mind up.
Like that, not candy floss, but what's it called? Like cotton wool or something? Can't you use that?
I could, but it's going to take up a lot of space.
Yeah, but I don't like that snow.
But it might look nice on. It might look nice on the white unit. So I don't know.
You don't need snow.
There you go. I could just pretend, couldn't I? There was a right. Let's go over to his tank then. Let's go over to his tank because that was all the official coverage from the Hasbro website, but we'll head over to histank.com because, of course, they have got the actual. There is, and there's a G.I. Joe forum, and that will have, of course, all the images from the actual live stream itself. So, this is one thing I wouldn't mind is a more glazed yellow canopy, so it just looks like some of those scenes from the animated show because I do like that. They're not giving us any options with that, and not every scene in the animated show looked like that anyway. But here we are, the what's it called? The SnowCat, the combat all-terrain vehicle. It is absolutely
I do like the massive. Yellow bits. The yellow bits are quite cool, aren't they?
I was taken away. My breath was taken away by 21 inches here because this was much bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's just huge. It's
Where would you put it? Where would you realistically put it?
There's your friend Emily.
Yeah, it's my best mate.
Your best mate Emily. They were best mates at MCM last year, so Cheeky Monkey does like a bit of Emily as well. So we've got the tracks on the back. You've got massive chunky wheels on the front. I think they said working suspension as well when it comes to this. So,
but not a working windscreen wiper.
No, that's manual.
Manual.
Manual windscreen wiper. Do not forget the manual windscreen wiper. Look at Emily's face there. She's having absolute time of her life with that.
It's exciting stuff.
Absolute time of her life looking at this. I'm going to put one concern here in the chat. Chat, do you think this is a concern or not? White plastic. When it comes to white plastic in Hasbro, I have had issues over the years, mainly on a few Star Wars figures, Stormtroopers. I think I've had it on a couple of Marvel Legends as well, where the white plastic will start yellowing. So over time, the white, and some of it becomes so bad, the figure is just like bright yellow. So I've had yellowing issues with Hasbro plastic. So I would kind of want reassurances that this is a decent enough plastic that isn't going to go yellow. Because I would not want yellowing on my SnowCat, because that's going to look terrible. So that is my one concern in the background.
Plastic that doesn't yellow then?
White's worse when it comes to yellowing. I've had some grey plastic, to be honest, go yellow from some old Star Wars vehicles when it comes to Hasbro as well. So I'm not. Yes, I'm not convinced that the white's going to stay white forever. So unless it's going to look like somebody's peed on the SnowCat. Then
can make it a feature.
So that is one concern of a big white vehicle I have got. It might just be me with that concern. Let me know in the chat if you had any yellowing issues with Hasbro plastic. But that is in the back of my mind. I'm sure people. Yeah, there we go. People talking about yellow snow in the chat already. Don't eat the yellow snow, dear. Don't eat the yellow snow. There was a. What else has been said in the chat there as we go through? What's Mark saying there? Although the SnowCat is good, the one I want is the Thunder Machine, and that may not be far away. Yes, I do want a Thunder Machine.
What's the Thunder Machine do?
Oh, it's a big vehicle for the Dreadnoks, so that is definitely one I would want in the future. I don't think that again would need to be a Haslab unless they upsize the thing. And I would have preferred a whale. My option would have been, I think, a whale for this. I would like the land, sea, and air, but we've gone snow. So we've gone snow, and it does look good for what it is. We have gone snow. Mark, are you actually backing this? Tac Tac Toys, let me know. Are you actually backing this? I know Mark's gone in on some of the Haslabs, but I don't think he's gone on all of them. So I know he's quite liking this one. So Mark, are you getting this one? Do let us know. I'm sure there'll be some coverage of this over on Tac Tac Toys later on. There we go. We got some. Yeah, Dan's also in on a whale. That would be a thing. Have we got the return of Joe's and Juice this evening? Anybody? Are we coming back, or are we still in Joe's and Juice long-term hiatus from Mr. Who and Mr. Tac Tac Toys? Let me know in the chat as we go through this. So there we go. We can see the figure there. I was about to call him Footloose. That wasn't his name. What was his name?
Frostbite.
Frostbite. There you go. Cheeky Monkey is here for a reason. So Frostbite looks fine. But did you know his first name was Farley? Farley Frostbite. Farley Frostbite. Who the hell?
Oh, that's hilarious.
There we go. So a bit of a Farley. He's got his first of many food and drink related items.
We could use that. That flask is quite cute.
Okay, Cheeky Monkey's now sold. We are now backing the Haslab due to
I like
flask.
the little things are quite cute though.
I do. We'll see some better little things as we go through all these images
do
here.
Do his glasses come off his head or no?
They do. Yes. So there is our digital render.
Oh,
back to the prototype. Yeah, they did say the lights will be more yellowish when they come out. They didn't have all the exact working electronics there. So yeah, I can see a few answers. I'll come to the chat in a second. So do let me know if you want to back in it in the chat. We've got all the different writing and stuff on. So it does look nice. It does look nice.
What writing?
Well, it says SnowCat loaded, starboard, this side up, 0, parakeet. Okay, what would you like, dear?
I was just wondering what writing. I thought you meant like graffiti or something.
No, just some standard writing on the side. Front forward target on the side there. There we are. There's your manual wiper in action with the finger. There's Lenny finger in the wiper, giving it some proper manual action.
Manual wiper.
And there you go. You can see you can obviously get in there with your 3 pieces of opening plastic there to get in the actual cockpit. Enough space for 2 compared to his tank. It's only got space for 1 driver. So again, that's added to the width and things on this. The fact you've got to get 2 6-inch figures in there. Cheeky Monkey's fallen asleep
Sorry,
already.
no, I'm really
There we go.
hot. Sorry, I
Really
can't.
hot. It's
There's no
slightly
air.
toasty. There
It
we go.
is. There's no air in here.
It is slightly toasty. So fingers have not collapsed in here, surprisingly,
Wow,
though. So
I might clap.
there they are, all lovingly looking at their creation. There we go.
Oh.
So they're just showing what you can do, and then we will have the.
Is that dash like that?
That is a light up dash. Yeah, so just like the Hiss tank, you'll have lights. So again, the features are in there. I think you've got enough features in there for the price point. There is your pull-out little ice tray, and room for 2 cups of coffee.
Oh, 2 cups of coffee.
2 cups of coffee. You can fit in there. There is your ski torpedoes, people.
Torpedoes.
I still don't know what the Hasbro team are talking about with those, but yes, torpedoes.
They didn't even fire off. They just told them.
They do not. This is not a child's toy with play features, dear. This is an adult collectible of serious consequences.
If it's going to give you weapons, you've got to use them.
Would you like play features? Let me know in the chat. Cheeky Monkey
Is that something different?
Absolutely annoyed that there's no play features
Well,
in
I
this.
genuinely thought they would be. Look, they're ready to fire. Look.
They are, but there's no.
Pew pew. Great.
Well, I'll ask the chat. Chat, would you like play features?
Yeah.
I'm okay without them, but Cheeky Monkey would really like.
I think if it's
some play features in this one. There was right. We've got the torpedoes on the top as well, missiles on the top, and that is the bottom of whether. Well, that's what the torpedoes on. But you can also put some stickers on there.
Why does that need a snowboard then?
So it can. I don't know. It's just their fantasy story they're telling of.
Oh, is that
ski torpedo?
Is that how they move it?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. It was. Let's have a look. And then you're going to get the decal sheets for a sticker.
Oh, you love a sticker.
Don't use them at all. Never going to use them. So this means absolutely nothing to me. But if you're out there and want to use your decal stickers, then you can. Let's come to see some of the chat answers there. Well, Stephen Emoji, I think Joe's and Juice is still on hiatus. I take it from that one. What's Mark saying? He's unsure at the moment if he's back in it. So many Joes to catch up on. Yes, there is a lot. There is a lot to catch up on with GI Joes. I think I've got over £500 of outstanding items to buy that I haven't actually even pre-ordered. I haven't pre-ordered them.
You don't need to pre-order.
So they'll be out soon. So yeah, I've got a lot of catching up to do when it comes to GI Joes as well. Does she know about the kitchenette? We'll get to all the kitchenette, the little unlocks as we go. This is an adult collectible, as you can say, and the Wrens did back immediately. Oh, an immediate back from the Wrens there. What's Mikey saying there? Not what I collect, but I think it looks fire. Would also like come in black too. The lights elevate it, so Mikey would take it in 2 different shades of color. Would you like a repaint?
You could paint it, I suppose. You
could paint it. Cheeky Monkey will allow you to paint it. He's given us the fire emoji for the snowy vehicle on this hot. It is so hot.
It's too hot.
It is too hot. We're having. What do you mean? Come on. She's had enough. She is just gonna. You can't leave. You don't have to stay.
You told me I had to stay.
Well, I probably can get through.
No, I'm into this. No, I'm invested.
She is invested. Right. We will stay. We will go back to his thing and we will get through these images. We will show you what we've got. Cheeky Monkey she stayed for the cause, ladies and gentlemen. She has stayed.
Yeah. That's dedication for you guys. I support. I won't be happy if you.
And the poll. Let's go to the live poll then, because breaking news: the poll is flipped. It is now 52% yes have backed or will be backing it, and 48% no. So, and literally, as I said, that's gone to 50-50. So we are literally, and now it's back up the other way. And now it's back to 50-50. The poll is flip-flopping around 50-50. So keep the votes coming in the poll if I can remember to end it. I can't give any on-screen graphics because StreamYard sucks. But we will keep going through. So, what have we got? So we got the ski torpedoes there. That's the snowball. We can move past that. There is then we've got you can take off where the missiles come out at the back. And then you can put some blast effects in the back.
I like the blast effect.
Do you like a blast effect?
I like a blast effect.
Oh, I got some floppy blast effects. Give me a.
Like my knee.
What do you mean that's your knee?
You just got into my knee.
And he turned round, apparently broke a knee. I said, would you like to pass me a blowtorch? I don't know. He's flopping about somewhere. It was a.
What have you done with it?
I don't know. It's right there. It's there. Right in front of your eyes.
Oh, you've moved him.
Right in front of your eyes.
Oh, yes,
Talk about this for a flop on in the heat, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just go back to a full screen for this floppy one. So she likes blast effects, but this is what the heat has done to Blowtorch and his blast effects. That was straight a few weeks ago. Look at the flop on that thing. The heat has destroyed the Dreadnoks. Look at that. Absolutely terrible. So hopefully Hasbro have some better plastic when it comes to these blast effects, because that is pretty poor. but it is the thin stuff.
I
So
don't want to put him back.
just chuck him on the shelf, dear. He doesn't deserve a full shelf space until he's fully erect. He'll have to wait.
Lie him down. Is that
In
all right?
fairness, some of the bigger ones I've got are actually perfectly fine. There was a thingy. There was a. But we will see.
Oh, it's a bit hot.
There was a. Right, let's go back to these images there. There's a. There we go, Victoria. Hello, Victoria's ex-boyfriend. Or have you been drinking? No, it's been over. That's the last time I had a drink, dear. 11 years ago. We are sober as they come.
Do they think we're drunk?
Whether I think we are drunk because somebody
wow.
chat thinks you're off your head, dear, or me probably. It's probably me. No, this is me. This is me in my hyper toy focus mode. I talk a lot of toys, but I'm dripping hot, so it's all going on in the heat. So maybe it's dehydration. Maybe it's dehydration that's going on there. So we've got Lenny's putting some blast effects at the back door of his torpedo. And then we've got some of them removed, as we can see. The back flaps come down, so you could potentially flip something at the back there, a bit of a ramp. You can get 4 figures in there, I think they said, potentially, if you take that out.
4 figures?
But you don't really want to take the actual the missiles out the back, kind of part of the vehicle design, really. So that whole piece does get removed, so that's there if you want it. There was a... let's keep going. Right, so you've got some engine detailing. Oh, yeah. Is that going to sell anybody? So you could take your toy photography with a bit of the details in your engine. So in fairness, it does have a lot of features. It's a good size, and it does have a lot of features. Again, those come off the sides where the torpedoes were at the side, so you could use them maybe within the display in a different place and put some figures sitting on the side if required. Again, they did say they didn't really show it because this is the prototype. They did say it'll be on show at San Diego Comic-Con. So hopefully this will also be on show at MCM when we get to London in October, assuming Hasbro are coming to MCM this year in October, and we have to see this in person. But by that point, the campaign's over. So I don't want to get the FOMO here. Because if I don't back it and then I see it at MCM and I think, oh, that thing's really good, too late. And I'll be having to pay aftermarket prices. No. I think Mark's mentioned In Demand Toys will get it, but they will mark it up. You're not going to be getting it for this price again. So they did show some of the tilting action you can get with the suspension there.
Oh, yeah.
So you actually that does work quite well. We'll keep going through. And then they showed a bit more detail. Now we can see.
Can you zoom in?
It says J. It says J. Lady J. With an E on the end.
Coffee cup for you?
No, my name don't have an E on the end.
Oh,
it's Lady J. She's got a snow twirly as well.
Snow twirly.
She can dig a hole in the snow, can't you? Get to some ice. So she's got a few accessories.
Oh, there you go.
Of course, this is a digital render, so it will not look that good in person.
The E and just have it as a coffee cup for you.
There we are. A custom 1/6 scale coffee cup for me. That potentially could be a selling point. Then I would say for that potentially. It was a
bit hot.
She is too hot. We'll go through. So her hair there, of course, is not painted. So we've got some unpainted hair. She has not got snowy head, but that is a prototype of the figure, of course, not painted up. Just showing you guys. So she is completely pinless. So yeah, I think that's a nice figure of Lady J. I just wish there was some Cobra to go with it. We've got the polar bear coming, haven't we? This year, the polar bear and Snake Eyes. Again, on the Joe side of things, but you have a polar bear. A polar bear's coming to fight this potentially. Bear. Yeah, you have a polar bear. That might work. So Lady J at 10,000. I'll give a quick back account in the background. 3,287 as we sit less than 3 hours in. So it's still absolutely flying along with those initial backers. Of course, in the US, it's middle of the afternoon now, isn't it? It's only probably, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm sure when our US friends finish work later, backer numbers will go up even further. So she comes with a fishing rod, by the looks of it as well. There is your Lady J cup. And there it is, the bivouac.
Ah, the bivouac.
Thank you very much, dear. A bit of a whack there, been received. So we've got a tent, effectively. So this was in the original G.I. Joe line. It's just done a snowy version now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this in the regular Joe line in your sort of normal camo colours. I don't think this will be the only time we'll see the bivouac in the line. And it did look big on the table. So that tent's going to take up a bit of space in the display. You have an old-fashioned radio there. You've got your medical bed. You've got a fire pit and 2 fish.
Where's the fish? We've got fish to put on the fire pit.
To put on the fire pit so you can do your cooking. So a nice bit of camo deco on the soft goods there. So that's nice. I do like this aspect of world building and dioramas within G.I. Joe. So I think this is a good tier in the chat. Did you want all figures or are you happy to have the bivouac? I know some of the His tank, it wasn't all for the His tank, was it? We had one of those unlockable different canopies that didn't go down too well. But I think they've got the base offering right this time with having the one figure in there and all the missiles and accessories in the base offering rather than in the scratch goals this time. But there it is, in person, and so what do you think of the in-person bivouac?
I quite like it.
She likes the tent. You're liking a few elements of this.
The fire pit. We could toast some marshmallows.
You could. Now, to get your toasting sticks, I'll be on the next tier. So you've got no toasting sticks with your bivouac, but this is, excuse me, I think that's a good size. I think that really is a very good size when it comes to an accessory you could get there. And there's Lady J for scale. So I think, it is quite big. Yeah, I think that's going to. This is going to take a lot of space. Have you got the space out there?
No.
I'm lucky enough to have a decent amount of space for action figures. Yes,
you are lucky.
Thank you, dear. She gives me a bit of space, a bit of action figure space. But where are you going to put the Mr. Who? I'd like to have Mr. Who is back in this as well. I think the Wren was asking that. I'm sure he's in deep thoughts. Where is this going to go in the display? This is it's good for your photography though. If you could put this up, take your pictures, fold it down, pull it away, get it back out. But I like to have things on permanent display. I try not to have anything in a box or anything like that. So, yeah, it looks nice. I do like that. I do like a bit of the diorama. Hello to Cute Colt. How are you doing out there? Can do a bit of ice fishing. You can definitely do ice fishing because you can dig your ice hole. You've got your fish and you come with a fishing rod as well. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Back we go. Okay, we got some rocket launchery thing. I'm no expert on the military aspect of G.I. Joe weapons. A rocket launcher thing, standard issue, is the best you'll get from me. But there is the fish. You have to really have a bit of a zoom in on there. But there is what is it? It's 1/12 scale. It seems to be relatively well painted, to be fair, as well from prototype. Lenny was saying with a silver and a sort of black dry brushing over the top of it. I think that would look quite good. There's your radio. So you get a lot within this tier, and then 12,000, so 2,000 above Lady J. I think we'll get to all these tiers. I can't. The way this is taken off, I'm not going to see any problems with this particular campaign, I don't think. And there's your fire pit, a bit of lighting in there. We'll try and get that going quite nicely. And then your final unlock is Flint, but he comes with a Flint cup.
Oh, we got sausages.
2 sausage.
Oh, he likes it.
And he comes with your roasting forks, a pan of eggs, and a pot of coffee.
Like that.
So you can then go and cook that on the side in your bivouac, or have your little ice tray out. But you will notice there is 2 little holes in the sausage.
Oh, so you can hold
so you can fork your sausage in,
like that.
Or you could use those forks because there's also 2 holes in the fish they mentioned. Oh. So you're going to have to get to Flint to get. So I could see some really fun aspects of photography within this. G.I. Joe having a snack. So I am. This element is actually quite selling me a lot on the Haslab. I do like these stupid little elements that they may not give you with other sort of G.I. Joe figures. As long as they're not too floppy from the figure we've just seen. If that's a piece of floppy plastic for the fork, it's just not gonna work, is it? So they have to make sure the plastic quality, which has been hit or miss in G.I. Joe, is actually up there as well. So there is a prototype in grayscale, of course, of Flint. But there's your eggs, 2 fried eggs in a pan. That's pretty cool. And your sausages as well.
Oh, look, he's toasting his sausage.
There you go. Lenny is toasting his sausage over the fire pit.
I kind of like that.
Cheeky Monkey, definitely a fan.
Can you buy it separately?
No.
I just have to, and then I can get the toasty sausage.
Back to my Haslab marketing. No, you cannot buy it separately. Only available during the Haslab period as part of the if it gets that many funders.
And I like that.
Well, they might eventually put those accessories. They probably won't. They will. They so. That is fun. That's so stupid. That's actually really quite fun. Why are we more interested in 1/12 scale food accessories?
You could cross lines. You could have Hulk.
Yeah.
Toasting his sausage.
Okay, Hulk toasting his sausage, and I don't know what Phil that is.
You could having a chat with someone else. They could just be having a nice little time.
They could.
Over the campfire.
Right, well, there you are. Marvel Legends collectors, get on board. You need the food accessories. Cheeky Monkey has spoken. She has spoken when it comes to the food accessories.
What's his name? Deadpool has his food, didn't he?
Deadpool has his tacos. Now he can have a sausage.
Yeah.
And a cup of coffee while he's at it as well. So I think we're nearly through all these images there. But here we come to probably the most important one. The big selling point of this. There it is compared to the His tank. it's so much bigger than the His tank. I thought the His tank was 19 inches, so it's only about 2 inches longer. It's just so much wider. It looks absolutely. Is it too big? I don't know. Can it be too big? Is it too big? I say I'm not a collector of the original line. I got into G.I. Joe when Classified started and backtracking those Sumbo cartoons on YouTube. And I don't know. Should it be smaller? Would you been? They could put a lot of features in it. If they took all the lights out and they put it kind of at a much cheaper price point, would you have been happier? But it seems a lot of people are happy with this actual release and all the accessories you are getting. This snooped up SnowCat. Look at that difference. It is so big. I always really thought the His tank was in my biggest vehicle within the collection. So it's kind of annoying me that my His tank's no longer the biggest vehicle. I wanted that to be the biggest vehicle, but of course the His tank not going to always be the biggest vehicle in G.I. Joe. It just looks. I know how big that His tank looks because it's literally sat right behind Cheeky Monkey.
Yeah, it's massive.
But look how big, much more the SnowCat is.
Oh, we're not going to have room for it. We
So-
can't have it.
Well, there's a couple of empty shelves at the bottom.
No,
So
they're not empty shelves.
there
They're
is.
full.
they're full of boxes for
Full.
sale. Only
Yeah,
Mezco
it's
collectors out
full.
there. So yeah, they're full of sale stuff left. So there is space. We do have space.
Mhm.
Luckily, I don't.
But do we have the money, dear?
No, I don't know. No, we don't really have money at the moment. No, we have too many household bills going on at the moment.
Household bills.
this
We need transport to get us from A to B.
But there's there we go. There's the next vehicle they've chucked in there. I don't have that version. I have the G.I. Joe version rather than the Cobra version. And yeah, it's massive. It is so big. I really am generally shocked how big this thing actually is. Compared, look at that. That is massive. Absolutely.
Just because it's big,
Mahoosive.
doesn't mean you need to go there.
Just because it's big doesn't mean you need it. That's quote of the day from Cheeky Monkey there. So we're going to have to wrap up our thoughts, I think, in a minute, because I think we have come to the end here of the presentation there.
What's the presentation?
That is the end of the presentation. So we'll go back to Hasbro Pulse then. I'll do a live refresh for you. 3,352. It's 3 minutes past 7. So it's been up for 3 hours and 3 minutes and nearly at 3,500 backers out of the minimum 8,000 needed. So yeah, I'm not predicting any issues, I don't think, with this getting funded. So if you want it, it is there at $324.99. However, there is some small print that we've not actually mentioned yet. There is a surcharge. This order is subject to a £5.99 surcharge to non-Hasbro Pulse premium members. So you're going to have to pay another £6 if you're not a Hasbro Pulse premium member. So a bit of a sneaky little additional
How much
cost.
does it cost to be a member?
£40 a year.
Wow.
So they're going to, and you'll probably have to pay the $3.99 postage as well. Whether this,
$3.99 for the postage.
well, they might let you off the
The
postage
massive box
because
that it comes in.
you might let you off the postage if it's over £50. But I don't think the free postage applies to Haslab. So I think you will have to pay £10 more than this if you're not a premium member, and it'll be $335.
Wow.
Is my understanding anyway. So yeah, it's a bit of an annoyance. I'm assuming there's no tariffs or anything additionally added on to our US friends. I didn't see anything or hear any comments with regards to that. $324.99. I believe that is a straight conversion of the dollars. I think this is $324.99 as well. So the UK again, a little bit of a shaft in the price conversion. But of course, we do have a 20% VAT within our price, where the US doesn't have the VAT within the advertised price. So yeah, it's probably I think it's all right. It's okay. $299.99 would have been, I think, a very, very sweet spot on this one. Get it under the 300, but at $325. Initially, I thought, oh my god, that's way overpriced. But then I saw the size of it. And I don't think actually it's too bad when it comes to your price point. So you can get your final thoughts in the chat. We will come to those. But it's been 1 hour. We've been talking here about the G.I. Joe classified SnowCat. So I need to make a decision then, do I? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the poll. Let's get the poll ended. And with 37 votes, 51% of the poll. Yes, they're backing it. 48% no. So we have just snuck into a majority for yes, you are backing the Haslab. So that did surprise me a little. But people like the snow, especially in these hot conditions. People do like snow displays. But all these vehicles, I think, I don't think it'll be a long day coming when Hasbro struggle to fund the G.I. Joe classified Haslab. I think that might be indicating the end of the line because these things fund much faster usually than the Marvel ones. They sell much better because G.I. Joe, of course, in the smaller scale, originally built on a lot of vehicles in the line. So Lorenz doesn't think it's too big. He's got the space, so he's got plenty of space in that display. So he is ready. So am I going to back it? And that is the question I posed in the title of this video. We've had a good look at it all for over an hour now. What do I think? Have I made a decision?
Well, will you be disappointed if it fades? So I think you will.
Yeah, the white plastic. I do have concerns on the white plastic. I know. I know. I've said that before, but I do have concerns on that when it comes to Hasbro's plastic. I'm not sure I 100% trust their white plastic, but this will be a more rigid plastic than the softer stuff. So maybe that's not as likely to that.
Will you McFarlane pay for it?
Well, I don't know. We could do a Flash McFarlane sale, but then of course that could fund other things because we are literally 3 weeks away from San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh god!
So this timing wise, this will of course that's why they are launching it now. We probably should have said that earlier because this will be live for people to back during Comic-Con. It doesn't end until the 15th of August. So this will be on display at Comic-Con for people to look at, people to back. So it'll probably take a spike again during the Comic-Con periods. It seems for these Haslabs, first 2 days, you get your most, then you get nothing from the middle of the campaign, and then it all comes together at the end.
Yeah.
So, but Comic-Con being in the middle of the campaign is probably quite clever because it'll give them a spike in the middle of people seeing it at Comic-Con. Will there be a hidden tier?
Will they, once they reach their maximum, is that it, or can they keep going?
No, it's not like the Lego crowdfunders. This is, you're probably limited to probably 3 or 5 per person.
Will the numbers keep going?
Yeah, that can go up as much as you like. There is no maximum number.
So should we take a bet on how many you're going to sell?
How many is it going to sell? Well, it needs to get to at least 14,000 to everything. So,
do you think they're going to get there?
Yeah, probably 18,000 would be my early estimation. I would say we'll just get to. I don't think it quite get 20,000. Yeah, somewhere to 18 to 20,000, probably in that range. I think this potentially will end up on. Mr. Makata, hello to myself and Cheeky Monkey. How are you doing, sir? Virtual Dave has popped. He's just got home. Are you back in this? Well, that is the question, Virtual Dave. We're coming to the end of the live stream here. And of course, I've still got 45 days to make the actual decision.
Yeah, you don't have to make a decision straight away.
But now, do they still take? They probably still pay PayPal credit on.
Your favourite question.
Do they take
PayPal?
Does it take PayPal credit? Let's scroll to the bottom of the website. If they got the PayPal logo there, they do. So I'm assuming they still take PayPal credit. So I could pay that in 4 payments.
Winner.
Should we do some live maths on 4 payments of that? What's that going to be? 335, I think, for me, because I have to pay a surcharge. I'm not a Pulse Premium member.
I thought you were. Why
I am not. No, I've been for 2 years, dear.
Oh, wow.
£83 a month for 4
Oh
months.
my goodness me!
That would be 83, but that would buy a hot toy. And as an idiot that buys hot toys,
it's not great comparison. Though,
that could be a hot toy.
You can't really compare.
That could be a big Lego set. So I've definitely, my issue, of course, is I collect far too many toy lines. It's definitely become a problem.
It is a problem.
I wouldn't recommend this problem to anybody.
Not recommend.
But it definitely is a problem. So I do back too many toy lines. I didn't this year. I was good. I didn't back this year. I didn't crack on. I did not back this year's NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles exclusive. I didn't get that feeling. I didn't get that feeling of I need this.
Good.
But I know I did get that feeling about some of the San Diego stuff from Hasbro, the Star Wars San Diego set, and the one for G.I. Joe as well, which is going to be the band set they're doing as well for the 80s sort of metal band from G.I. Joe as well. So there's going to be definitely some purchases in about 3 weeks at San Diego Comic-Con. So before it came out, I was a no. I was definitely a no before I saw it. I was like, I don't think I want to start a snow display. I like to have things themed.
Yeah.
I don't want to start a snow display. I don't think there's enough figures to go with it, especially on the Cobra side. So I'm going to be a no. But then I saw it. I said, I will judge it when I see it. My first thoughts, I literally just saw the price and thought, for a SnowCat, no way. Then, again, I actually sat down after work, watched the video, and then I changed my mind. I thought, no, I think the price is reasonable for the size, and I do like the figures with it, and I especially like the bivouac and the food. Bit of a whack there. So I like that as well. So it's definitely got more selling points to me than I thought it was going to have. So I'm now creeping towards, I would like it. I am also thinking of the side, thinking that is really big. I know I've got the plane to come, so the Rattler's going to take up a load of space. I've tried to leave a lot of the top shelf clear for the Rattler, because that's going to take up a lot of space. It seems like they're going to do a Haslab every single year for G.I. Joe. I mentioned the whale earlier in the stream. I would like the whale. It's a big boat, dear. It's a big floating boat. I would like that. So if that's next year, this fantasy book, the next year's is the whale. Well, I'd want that more than I want this. And if I've taken the whale's space with this, I don't know. But then, of course, you've got the Haslab aftermarket. I could get it, change my mind, and I'm sure we've all been there before. You can sell these for more than you pay for it. You're not going to lose money on a Haslab.
Well, yeah.
On a Haslab.
No,
you're not going to lose money. So we could turn this around. I think people, when the Hiss Tank first came out, was it a Dragonfly? You could literally, we said we should have got two. There was people asking in groups, willing to pay like probably £200 over retail for the thing. I was like, why didn't we back two?
Well, we don't have the money.
No, so like, I don't know. So it could be an investment piece. No financial advice, of course, here. But I don't know. I can't make a decision here.
Well,
I don't know.
You've got time to think about it.
I'd like a decision at the end of the live stream.
You're going to go no. You don't want
I am being told I am going no.
No snow.
No snow. Would you give us a no snow?
No snow.
It's no snow from Cheeky Monkey. It's a no snow. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't know. I think I am going to be a bit of a fence sitter to end this live stream, and I don't think I've made my mind up. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take some more advice on this one and have a think. And I'll give you some more stuff to cut to sort of. We'll cover this more on the channel as the time goes on, and we'll have to do a sequel to this. The sequel.
Oh my goodness!
Did I back the?
Did you back?
This one was entitled "Will I Buy It?" And they will have to do a sequel called "Did I Back It?" I don't know. I can see
the next one. Oops.
I don't know. The chat's just backing it. They're just backing it, but it was so close. But in that poll as well. I don't know. I would like. I like toys. I got the problem.
Stop saying you didn't want it.
Yeah, but this is what I do. You see,
you've been sold on anything.
This is half the toy problem.
You watch the advert. That's it. Done.
There was they could sell ice to the Eskimos as one of the phrases they could use. And
anything.
You could sell toys to Jay. That needs to be
anyone can sell any toy to Jay. You'll buy
that needs to be a phrase, doesn't it? You need that on the t-shirt there. So we can't have it on the graphic because StreamYard hates us. But we could have that on a t-shirt.
Ice to Eskimos is like toys to Jay.
So I don't think I'm going to. Usually these Haslabs, I've not even thought about it. I've already backed it before I've done the stream day one. So this is the first time I have not backed it before the stream starts. I'm almost inkling to liking the figures more than I want the vehicle. I like the figures and I like the bivouac.
Well, will people be selling the figures after?
Yeah, well, for crazy money, you'll be better off if that is something you want to do. Past history has proved that you'd be better to back the thing and sell the vehicle, because you'll probably sell the vehicle for that price without the figures and then just keep the figures for free, rather than doing it the other way around where you've got to try and buy the figures. Because we've sort of said they're £25 figures, but the reality is they're going to sell for at least double that on eBay. So if they're £50 to £75 figures, then if I had to buy 3 figures at, say, 75, well, that's £200 on figures. So you're better off backing the thing and selling the vehicle. So I think my conclusion is there's no conclusion.
That was great.
I think we're going to have to leave on a cliffhanger when it comes to say this. We're going to have to, stay tuned to the next episode of Jay's Toy Collection. We will hope be doing more live stream as the months will be coming. We'll definitely be having live stream coverage of San Diego Comic Con, whether it be on StreamYard or Streamlabs. Only time will tell. We will try and work it out. But we might have to go back to basics and might just have to show you a thing more, really. That might just have to be what we do within these live streams. But I say Mythic Legions to come later this week, so there'll be some coverage on the channel of that as well. Thank you to everybody that has joined us. I would usually have an end screen, but of course we're not going to have one of those either, apparently, because StreamYard.
What is your end screen on my night?
Well, it's just our usual sort of thank you for watching screen. So we're not going to be able to have that. So we'll have to have an abrupt ending when I can find the buttons in a minute. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for everybody for contributing as well. Thank you to the channel members. Thank you to Mikey for the super chat as well during today's stream. Can I still see tabs? Yeah, I can still see different tabs, so that's a bonus. There we are. That's what Dave's saying. To be fair, this would feel like a shelf better than the Rattler. Yeah, the Rattler is going to be an awkward one, but I did want that comes back to the feeling of I really wanted a rat. I wanted a big ass plane. So whereas I'm not overly bothered about a snowy vehicle, but it does look cool. So I do like cool things. Thank you to your boys got toys as well. Thank you very much, Gene. There is Mikey Moonboots here, still here. Thank you very much, Mikey, for watching as well. And everybody else that has stuck with us during this, probably the hottest, sweaty. It's disgusting. It is. I cannot. We need smell-o-vision.
No,
we need sweater-vision.
You don't need smell-o-vision.
We're talking about bloody snow in 32-degree heat. So I think on that note, we will end it. So the camera's somewhere up there, but the buttons are down here. So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. This is Cheeky Monkey Kiara. You'll occasionally see her on the channel when she can be bothered to turn up. So we'll see you, of course, on the next video. I have to wave now, dear, awkwardly. This is that awkward waving